At no point did we not think about chasing the score down. Uh, as I said, we've come here to play positive cricket. Um, no sort of negativity is welcome into this group, and that's the kind of belief we've come here with. I think it's been one of our strongest performances overseas in the past 2-3 years, and I'm really proud of the way the boys played in this game. Showed a lot of heart, a lot of character. Obviously, Australia were far better than us as far as taking chances and grabbing onto the opportunities is concerned, and they deserve to win today. But as I said, when me and Vijay were batting out there in the middle, it looked like we had the upper hand throughout. But at no point did I think that we have to pull out from the chase. I always believed that I can do it along with the tail as well. I backed myself throughout. Even in the first innings, I did not regret the kind of shot I played. So it's all about how you look at things. There's enough reason to regret about things, but at the same time you need to look at the positives. I look at every outing as an opportunity to do something special for the team, and if we were able to pull this off today, it would have been one of the most special moments in my life. But really proud of the way the boys played. Your second question, I think I've come to terms with understanding myself and what works for my life, and the kind of character I have or the kind of personality I have. I don't really worry about what people say or write about me anymore, and I don't make a big deal of performances or getting out either. So getting to terms with how life goes on every single day. So not a major change, but speaking to him in Bombay, speaking to Paji in Bombay was helpful as far as the mental aspect of the game is concerned. But I think coming to terms with myself or at peace with myself is more of self-realization more than anything. It's not disappointing at all. I'm just I'm only a little bit hurt because of the fact that we could not cross the line when it looked pretty bright for us. And that's the way the sport goes. That's the way Test cricket goes. But at no point did we back off, as I said, and we are not going to back off either. If you see cricket like this for the rest of the series, it's in the balance throughout. So the guys are believing that, and unless you believe in something, there's no chance of achieving it. So we've come here with a belief, and we've started on a really nice note, a really positive note. And I think the boys can be really proud of themselves, the way they played in this game. But Australia were much better. It wasn't frustrating at all. I think the chat I was having with the guys in the middle was believe, back yourself. If you feel like going for a stroke, go for it. Guys, Rohit was hitting a few sweeps and missing them. I kept backing him. I said, keep hitting them. You'll connect couple, you connect 3. We get 3 boundaries. So that's the way we looked at the game. That's why we were able to come so close. If at any stage we had in mind that we might want to play for a draw as well, we would have lost by 150 runs, to be honest. So we went for it. That is what I'm happy about, and the kind of thinking we had going into the last day, wanting to go for the target. I think I'm very happy with what our mindset was. No regrets, as I said in the post-match presentation. The way we batted, the kind of shots we played, keeping in mind we got there playing those kind of shots. So there's no point, backing off at a time where there's still a ball being bowled and a bat in hand and a ball being played. Well, I think we played pretty positive cricket throughout. If you talk about spreading the field when the batsmen are going after the bowlers who are tired, I don't want to look stupid out there keeping an attacking field and we give them 6 sessions to bowl us out, rather than making a challenging game at day 5. So it's about analysing and calculating what's going on in the middle, and I'm pretty happy with how the boys responded. Keeping in mind they scored 350 for 5 in their first innings in one day, and we got 380 for 4. So I think we were much better in the first innings as far as batting in one day is concerned, and our bowlers looked more effective in the first innings when the ball was reversing as well. So I'm pretty happy with the way the boys played, and as I said, no regrets. As I mentioned, it was only on the positive side. I kept telling Vijay to bat the way he does. Leave the calculation and looking at the target at the other end. We can talk about it later. But commendable effort from him as well to hang in there as an opener on the fifth day. The ball is turning square, especially with the new ball, and the seam is hard and upright. I think it was commendable effort and great innings from him as well. He can be really proud of what he's done. But at no point, as I said, did we decide to back off. I kept infusing as much positivity as I could, and that was the only chat in the middle. Well, I think I used to think I was the test match in Johannesburg against South Africa was one of the best tests we played. Was all hanging both ways. That ended in a draw, but I would prefer this one. I strongly believe that both teams played with the same kind of attitude, and that's why the crowd loved it as well, and all the players involved in the test match also enjoyed playing it. That's why we play cricket for. There's no point having draws in 5 days and both teams scoring 700 runs. It has to be exciting, it has to be result oriented, and I enjoyed it a lot. Probably rank this as the best test I've been a part of, especially because it's overseas for us. And secondly, Nathan, he's improved a lot as a bowler since the last time they came to India, and he's much more confident about his ability. He's bowling the balls in the right spots, and getting the results as well. It's in front of everyone to see the kind of wickets he got, and he was troubling the batsmen throughout, and it was a challenge to play him out there in the middle, and credit goes to him for stringing in that performance and taking 12 wickets for Australia. Well, that's for the management and all the boys collectively to figure out what works for us. It's all about not letting the guys go left, right and centre. It's important that the group stays together and neglect as much as they can from whatever's outside that group. So I think that's the key of staying consistent as a team. The closer you are to your mates, the closer you are as a group, you don't really worry about what's been said, what's been written, the criticism, the praise. That's all a part of how you play at the particular day. But as long as we can stay together, strong as a group, that's where we'll get more consistent, and that's something we are intentionally trying to bring into the team, keeping the guys together more, and just talking to them every day to keep believing in themselves. Well, one good thing was I wasn't thinking of any milestones. I was only thinking about the target, trying to calculate who I can go after, when to accelerate, what to do at what point of time. So, the milestone was out of question. That's one thing I'm pleased about. First time I've been able to do that in Test cricket at least, and that was something new for me. So that felt good. Otherwise, I was just reacting to watching the ball and being positive at the crease. Nothing more than that. No major planning. Playing on my instinct, but at the same time trying to calculate the innings and the target as well. Secondly, I was hoping when Mitch Marsh was sort of swinging at the boundary, hoping that he'll drop the catch. But as I said, I went for my shot. I don't have any regrets. Probably could have placed it better, but had it gone for a boundary, things could have been different. But again, those are big ifs. And there's nothing that can be done about it now. Well, I don't know. That's for you guys to decide and write. I think I bat the same way every time. If you liked it, write good things. If you didn't criticize me, it's fine. Well, firstly, I would be very happy that he's going to be fit and available for the second test. I would like to continue the same way speaking to the boys. Doesn't matter if I have the C in front of my name or not. That doesn't change anything as far as my mindset is concerned. So if I can chat to the boys when I'm captain, there's no reason I can't when I'm not. So I think I have enough friendship and enough respect between the team that I can sort of go and speak to them every now and then and keep them on the same page, and that's my responsibility. That's something I look to do even if I'm not captain, and that's what the team needs at this point of time. So the C in front of the name or not, I'm still gonna be putting in as much positivity as I can for the team. Well, as I said, I obviously had to calculate what needs to be done, but as I said, no major planning. The only thing I kept telling myself was to believe, just believe in myself every ball that I play. But the intent was to get a boundary every ball. That's when I could keep out the good balls. If I'm looking to defend already, I'm giving the bowler a chance before I play the ball. So that was the mindset I went in with, and kept backing myself throughout. And I strongly believe if you put your mind into something, if you put your belief into something, more often than not things end up happening. And that's where teams win Test cricket as well. Test matches where all 11 guys believe in a single goal, and they end up achieving it because everyone's on the same page. So that's what I was thinking out there in the middle. Well, that was my personal decision, and we felt that Karan was bowling better than the other two spinners at the time in the warm-up games and the practice sessions as well. And someone, this might sound funny, but someone had told me it's a drop-in pitch which stays flat throughout. Ended up turning square, but still, to come into the game after that on the 5th day, making Australia think and earn the win. I'm very happy with that. But it was my personal decision. No regrets again. A plan that I thought should work for us, and he bowled pretty well for his first game. I mean, you got to give the guy the credit. Kept the fielders up as well. Kept challenging the Aussie batsmen, and if they were good enough, they would have scored, and which they did. So he's someone who would put out a challenge in front of the batsman, and that's what I like. Yeah, I mean, might have. You never know, but this is what we went in with. Again, these are all ifs. If this happened, or if I knew that this is going to happen. So my decision could have been different. Maybe play both. You never know. So those are again things that are not in our control as of now. Well, Shami hit Peter Siddle for a 6-10 rows back. I think that shows the intent of the team. No, I'm pretty happy with the way they played. Their tail wasn't exposed. That's a different thing. They never let the tail bat. That's a different thing. So you never know how they batted. You can't analyze or you can't comment on something in the first outing that they go out with. But I'm pretty happy with the way they played. Even the first innings, I think Shami's intent was brilliant. These guys are improving every day, wanting to bat in nets. We are giving them more opportunities to bat and improve on their batting. And in England, Shami contributed, Bhuvneshwar contributed. As of now, he's not fit. So you can't compare the two situations. This is a completely different situation. And but again, whoever went out there obviously wanted to do well for the team and had the heart to go out there and try something and take the bowlers on. So I think if you look at the positive side of it, I'm quite happy with the approach they had. कोशिश तो बहुत लोगों की थी और यही थी कि हम लोग बड़ी आसानी से हार जाएंगे ऑनेस्टली, लेकिन इस टीम ने आके कैरेक्टर दिखाया और दिखाया कि एक्सपीरियंस इतना मैटर नहीं करता. अगर आप बिलीव करेंगे तो आप किसी भी टीम को हरा सकते हैं. तो यही कोशिश है कि ये बिलीफ सब लड़कों में जमाए रखें. और जैसे इन्होंने परफॉर्मेंस दी है इस टेस्ट मैच में, मुझे बहुत खुशी है वो देख के. और एक अप्रोच जो पॉजिटिव होनी चाहिए वो थी, और जैसे क्रिकेट खेलने को हम देख रहे थे वो हम खेले. और रिज़ल्ट हार जीत इस गेम में होनी है. हम लोग ड्रॉ के लिए नहीं खेले, हम लोग जीत के लिए खेले. हार गए, नो प्रॉब्लम. अगर जीतते तो अलग क्वेश्चंस होते, अलग जवाब होते. लेकिन मैं बहुत खुश हूँ जिस तरीके से सब लोग खेले. और हमें ऐसी अप्रोच मेंटेन करनी है अगर बाहर सीरीज़ जीतनी है. अगर ड्रॉ के लिए खेलने जाएंगे तो फिर वही थोड़ी नेगेटिव अप्रोच आने शुरू हो जाती है. तो मुझे काफ़ी खुशी है जैसे सब लोग खेले, और हम इसी पेज पे रहने की कोशिश करेंगे और इसी जोन में रहने की कोशिश करेंगे. और आगे आई एम श्योर कि आगे हमारे रिजल्ट्स और बेटर होंगे और ये सीरीज़ बहुत एक्साइटिंग होगी.